Hello and welcome back to yet another episode of my Let's Play on All the Mod 6 mod pack. So I've done a few things. First of all, I've added some more disc here because I quickly ran out of space here. So I've moved everything into this, everything that I think is important, everything that I think is worth putting in here for crafting later on. I've cleaned this up a little bit and I have begun collecting the crystals here. I can't remember if I showed you that earlier, but I'm going to use those for lamps later on to replace these torches. I'll also move the setup we had here in the middle. I moved that right in here so that it's just running here, filling this ultimate fluid tank up with latex, which is just cool. We've got plenty of tiny dry rubber. We already got lots of plastic in the system, and I have changed everything out to sky stone block or sky stone down here to make this look a little bit more cool. So what we're going to get into is actually, before we go further on with look at that, how well it works with mine fact no industrial foregoing. Before we are going on with that, we are gonna make some Botania because I really love the Botany pots, and I do know that you can um automate these with a clicker and an item collector, but I just really love the hover ones. They're just so much easier. And in order to get these, we're gonna get all the way to Terra Steel. So we are at least gonna start out with Botania today. So that means I've been out collecting one of each flower, at least a couple of each flowers. These are very easy to get when first you are in the mining world. They are all over the place. So I just took a little fly around with my jetpack and I had all the different colors that you can get really quick. So what we want to do is, first of all, we need to get a pedestal, I think it's called. No, let's see, pedestal, no. What is it called? Let's see, what uses this? Daisy. We're gonna need a daisy anyway. Pure daisy, and that's made from oh, okay, pedal apothecary. So we're gonna need one of these guys. So for that, we are gonna have to look into some slaps and some any kind of flower. What do we have a lot of? We have lots of the red ones. So we're gonna start with that. And there's the pedal that we need. And then do I have any slaps in here? I do not, and I do not have any slaps in here. So let's go ahead and craft ourselves some slaps real quick. Yeah, I've tried to organize it a bit here, having all my tools and stuff down here, all my different kind of blocks that I use for building, and then up here I have everything else that's just one big mess for now. I'm going to clean up all that later. So what we need is the petal. Whoops, what? I don't even know what I clicked there. Apothecary. Oh, you can get those in different colors, it appears. So, wrong button. We need that. And now we have this one. This is what you use to craft all sorts of flowers for what's it called? Botania. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill up just one bucket here into that. And then we're going to get the daisy. We're going to need that as well real quick. So a pure daisy is going to take 4 white shimmering mushroom. Okay. Let's get 4 of those. So that's 2 of these. Oops. There we go. And then we need 1 seed. And we can pop these into there by dropping them with the Q. And then adding 1 seed will give us our daisy, and we will have used up that 1 water bucket we had before. So we are going to add 1 more real quick already, and then we're going to put up this daisy. We're just going to It's going to live here for now. It's going to have another space later on. We're actually going to transform this room later on. So first of all, let's mute these guys. Oh yeah, you can click this button here called the muffler. Then you can just search. We do not like to hear the sheep. We do not want to hear them walk around. And there's no reason for us to hear when this works. So there's lots of wild wool coming out now. We already have a ton of it in the base. So what we can do with the pure daisy is you can surround it with whatever material you want. We can, for example, add stone around it. You can do stone and logs like that, and it will transform this into some other kind of stone that we're going to need. And we are also going to need some logs. I am not sure that we have that many logs left. Let's go have a look. Logs. Yeah, it's gonna have to do for now. But we are definitely gonna need a lot more logs. We have a whole wood on top there that we can destroy, so it's not gonna be an issue. And after a little while, it will turn these into what we need next. Because in order to get anywhere with Botania, you're gonna need mana. And for that, I'm gonna do a mana splitter. Okay, I'm gonna need. Oh, actually, we're gonna need these as well. This is what we're making right now, which is a living rock. There we go. There's our living rock coming out, and we can just do the shapeless, and there we go. We've got our living rock. Let's add in our wood, and you will see what that will give us. Like that, and that will work as well. Now we have our living rock. We can make the, where did it go here? The first thing we need, which is the mana pool. This is where all our mana will be gathered into. So I'm gonna put one down here, and I am gonna put more of these around. So we're gonna have to turn these into something else as well, because we are gonna need some way to gain this mana. And the way that we're gonna do that is gonna be done by using coal, and we can feed coal into one of the flowers from Botania. I can't remember what they're called, so let's get a lexicon. So we're gonna need a book. We have the leather and we have the paper. Actually, I'm gonna grab this leather. What was that? Leather scrap. Okay, for sign gear, sick. And oops. Let's add the leather in here, get ourselves a book, and here we go. And then what was it, one of the flowers maybe? I'm just taking a wild guess. Either it's a petal or it's a flower. No, maybe it's a flower. Yep, that's it. So we got the Lexica Botania, which will be able to tell us what kind of flowers we need, because we're going to do generating flora. It's the endoflame we're going to use. We're going to use coal for this, so we are going to need the endoflame. And for the endoflame, we're going to need brown, light gray, red. Okay, so we are going to need more seeds. That's for sure. So we're going to have to go back to the overworld and grab ourselves some more seeds in a moment. But we are going to need brown, light gray, and red. And then we actually already have the red flower. So brown, light gray, red. So then we're just going to have to go ahead and add these. Was it brown, light gray, red? I don't think the order, no, the order doesn't matter. And with one of these in, we can get ourselves a endoflame. And what the endoflame can do is it can turn coal into the material that we are gonna need. So we are gonna add that endoflame. Oh, that has to be in grass, obviously. Okay, so do we have any grass on us? We do not. Well, I'm not sure if you can place these in dirt, but we will figure out. Do we have any dirt here? No. Do I not have any dirt? I do have dirt. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab that dirt and see if that works. So we are gonna add that here. Can I add the end of flame to dirt? Yes. Okay, dirt will work just fine. And then we are gonna need a mana no, what are they called? It's right there. They're called a spreader. And for that, we're gonna need living wood, which we just created in here. So we might as well grab that and then make this flower keep going. This is a timely process, especially here in the beginning, before you get all the mats for everything that you need. And we need a gold ingot, so we are gonna grab 1 gold. There we go. And the mana spreader is what we are gonna need. I can't wait to get any of these cool things. We're actually not really gonna get any of these. And we've already got a flower petal. So now we've got our mana spreader. What we can do with this is we can point it like, I can put that here. And then it will take the mana that it gets from the Ender Flame and spit it into this mana pool. I'm not sure if it points directly at it just like that. We're going to test that out real quick just by giving it some coal. Oh, and there's our... So let's add some more. We're going to need a lot of these stones because we are going to need more than one of those mana pools. So let's see what we've got here. We need some coal. I've mined up a lot of coal already just to make sure that I have had enough. I'm going to have to blacklist my magnet. I think block coal. We don't want it to pick up coal. And then drop that down. Is it not the Ender Flame that eats coal? Or is this set up wrong? I wonder. Okay, Botania, you're probably laughing at me right now for not remembering. The Ender Flame is blah blah blah. It also combine ice nearby with T generate mana. The amount of time it takes. Ender Flame. Byproducts in furnaces. Lava buckets would leave buckets behind. The flower can only burn around 4 blocks of coal worth of fuel at once. Okay. First for the floor shouldn't be run manually forever as the flower price drop license open crate, blah blah blah. Okay. So I think it's where I'm placing this, or maybe I have to combine them. So we're gonna need a wand first, it appears. Where's the wand? Where are you? Wand of the forest. Yeah, that's it. Wand of the... Oh, right. Oops. Wand of the forest. We're gonna need... Oh, Schnabonator. We're gonna need a lot more wood for that. So we are gonna have to go up here and cut down some trees real quick. Just to get ourselves some wood. That's why I left those up there. So that we would have a chance to gather in some of that some of these fine locks later on. So let's grab that. And I do believe that I've done something wrong here with this setup. This must be what I've done wrong. Maybe it needs a bigger distance, or maybe I just need that wand of the forest. But we are gonna need some more seeds, so let's just go ahead and see if there's no grass up here. So we are gonna have to go back to the overworld, and we can just grab some grass like this, and that, and this, and this is gonna give us all sort of different stuff, even stuff that we don't even want. As you can see, it's filling up everything here. We're getting one of everything. I remember these being used for something really cool back in the day. Can't remember what it was, but that was an ingredient for something awesome. Did I get any seeds? I did get 15, which is pretty damn good. What? Let's go ahead and grab some more. Just using the Ultimine and just punching grass is the easiest way to just quickly and without any pain grabbing a lot of different kinds of seeds. Well, as you can see, we get filled up with all sorts of stuff, even stuff that we do not want. But that's okay. We're going to clean out all of this later on. The most important thing is just getting our seeds. And there we go. We've got plenty of seeds now. So we can go back to our base if I can get in this door like that. And we are going to go way back down here. And now we should... God. There we go. And like this. And we are probably gonna need more of that later on as well. So we might as well just put that up. And then we should be able to get our last 2. 1, 2. Perfect. And then we need any kind of pedal. So let's get these back out and add you. And that is now a Wand of the Forest. And it's on bind mode. So this should be bound to that. Okay, so something is wrong here. Can I bind it like that? Oh, okay, I have to bind the flowers. I thought they would do that automatically. But apparently not. So now, if I drop a coal. Yeah. Now it's eating it. And there we go. This is now shooting mana into this. And you can, if you have a Wand of the Forest in your hand, you can see how much mana you've got. And as you can see, it's not a whole lot of mana this gives, which means we need a lot more Ender Flames. Actually, it would be a good idea to be able to place them all the way around your mana spreader, which is why we are gonna move it, I think. Let's, oops. Laboratory there. And then we need to put down our mana spreader. Where did you go? Here, I wonder if this will work, and then like that. And then if we add dirt all around it. Oh, I have this set too fast. That is so dangerous. Just like that. And I might as well just fix the floor here. And we are gonna need one laboratory, large tile like that. And then we should have some dirt. It's not a whole lot of dirt. I wonder where I put all the dirt. It's probably at the old base. Now we have room for all of them, and that is actually gonna work out perfectly for the setup that I want. Okay, so we need the Ender Flames, and those were some colored flame. There we go. 2 brown. Okay, so we're gonna need some more brown ones. Let's just grab a bunch of these. We're going to save at least 1 flower for the botany pots. And then what more? We need some gray, light gray ones. We're just going to grab a couple of those. And we are going to need some red ones. Let's just get 10 of those as well. I should go up and find some more gray ones later on, because we're going to need a lot of those. So we need the water in here. Do I have any water left? I do. Now it could be nice to have some water nearby, and for that, luckily we have got ourselves an unused sink. I'll fix that up later. That's not important right now. And that sink we can just place. Let's place it out here. You know what? Let's just place it in here. There we go. This here sink we'll put here in the middle for now. We'll move it later. And we should be able to get our water. Where did the last bucket go? There. Oops. This can go away. Thank you. And that's how we'll do it. Yeah. Okay, that'll do. So we need to add the brown ones. 1, 2, and then one of each, and then some seeds, and we've got another ender flame. And this can be a bit tiresome, but we're going to automate all of this later. So there we go. I'm going to get all 8 ender flames, but as you can see, we can tell this to be combined with that as well, and it will fill up this pool automatically. Bind mode. So if I drop some more coal here just to see how much it will eat. Right, okay. Yeah, I'm going to automate all of that later on. So we are just going to make some ender flames to make sure that we have all that we need for this guy to work perfectly. And just to show you a quick way to do this is to line up your inventory like I've done now. So I can just see QQ, 1, 2, bang, and then doop, bam, doop, doop, damn, doom, damn. And that's how you can do this real quick. And is that enough? I think it should be, if not close to. Also, I went out to get some more brown petals just to make sure I had enough for all 8 of those. And let's go ahead and do that trick again. Whoops. Doop, 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 doop. And there we go. We have our endo flames. Now we have all 8 of these. You can drop all of them down here to the ground and they will all eat. And I wonder, does this have to stand on the ground or can I put it up 1 block? Let's try and see if that works. There we go. So if I put this here and I remove this block here, will they be able to detect that? Will that work? Okay. Okay. That's really neat. That's going to make everything look very good. Oops. Did I change the tool? Yeah, function mode, bind mode. Okay. There we go. And it is everything connected. Yeah, you can see there's a green thing here telling me that it's working. So you need to point to this pool for now. You can actually go away now because we're going to place something else there. Now, if I drop 8 coal, right there, all 8 of them should be eaten by the plants. Yeah, look at that. All of them are now feeding mana into this. And we're going to need mana because we can add iron to that. So if I go ahead and grab some iron from our system right over here, we are going to grab some iron, and we actually do also want to get this eaten and turned into some more. We're going to use some stone here, and I'm just going to go and keep grabbing those because we're going to need a lot of that. But now if I throw iron into this mana pool here, it will be turned into mana steel ingots, which we are going to need for crafting. And that's how you use up all of that. And what you can do with the coal is that you can actually turn it into blocks. Now I do not have enough on me, so let's go ahead and grab some more coal. Let's add them to our backpack here. Come on, like that. And then we need 8 of those. Now, coal blocks do last a lot longer than just normal coal. However, it's a bit harder to manage. Oh, yeah, right. Okay. Okay. what's going on. Oh yeah, that's what's going on. We need to, oops, tell this guy to ignore coal blocks as well. And then off you go, and they should all eat them. These last a lot longer, but they are a bit harder to automate because they will, if you're unlucky, I think they will despawn. I don't know how long they live. If they live longer on the ground there, then these flames run. If they do, it's not a problem. So let's get you going. And the reason that we're going to need a lot of this is because this is one. We're going to need 4 in all, and we're going to need a mana spread, not a spreader. What was it called? Mana splitter. Yes. We're going to need one of these, and we should have the... You can go away there. We should have the materials now. Yep, the mana steel and the living rock. We're going to add this guy here in the middle, and now we are going to point our friend to that instead, and it will split it into mana pools around it. Right now there's just the one, but we have just made some more living rock, which should give us the last 3 that we need. We're going to need more of these later, but we'll craft them when needed, and then we can do that, and it will split the mana into all of these pools so that we can fill all of those up. We're going to add a mana spreader with 8 ender flames around it in each corner here, and they will be able to fill into this mana splitter. And we will, I wonder if I drop coal on top of you, will you fall through? Let's try that. What if they will eat them from up there when they're done working? Can't tell as long as they're running, so I'm gonna have to test that out. Otherwise, I think if I drop all of them like right here, all of the plants should be able to get them. Although if that doesn't work, I will figure something out. Maybe move this up here or something like that. I wonder if I can do that actually. Let's try that. Because if I can move that spreader and put it up there, and then point these to it, will that... Okay, that is awesome. This is getting filled up, so we might as well just empty it. Okay, all of these are actually working right now. You can see some of them are getting empty. Anyway, that is awesome because that means we can free up some space here in the middle, and we can put a dropper in with a pressure plate, and then using redstone, and we should be able to make some kind of system that drops down the coal for us, just to keep this running at all time. But we'll get into that later. We're going to need a lot of mana, and I'm going to finish these builds. We're going to need all 4 of these. That will fill this up really quick, and then we will be good to go for the next part of the Botania. So I will set this up. And so I'm back, and I've done a very big setup here. So what I've gone ahead and done is I've made 9 ender flames per little area here, so they are in the 3x3. And what's happening is I've put up a hopper here with a redstone dust on it. I've put up an open crate from Botania itself and a item detector. The item detector is pretty cheap. It's just an observer and then some lapis lazuli, nether quartz, redstone dust, and this is just cobblestone, by the way. And this I've set up with 1 on the X and 3 on the Y, which is up and down, and 1 on the C, and then I've set a limit to 1. So what it does is it checks up and down, underneath and over it if there is an item laying on the ground here. If there is, it will send a redstone signal, which it is doing right now because there's coal laying here on the ground ready to be absorbed by the ender flames, and that will turn off the hopper. The hopper is just filled up with coal, and that will go into this open crate, which is also pretty easy to make. The open crates are just living wood planks like this, which is just, of course, 4 for 1 living wood, which you make out there. So that is pretty cheap to make. And this little system will feed the ender flames as long as there's coal in here. It will feed the mana spreaders. I made sure that all these ender flames were all bound to each mana spreader. So the 9 in here were bound to that, the 9 over there were bound to that, the 9 over there here, and these over there. And thereby I made sure that all of them had their own little setup. And that is it. They're all shooting into this mana splitter, which will in turn fill up these mana pools slowly over time, even with 4 of them running. And as you can see, they've run for a little bit, and even though they've been running for some time now, and that has even run for a lot longer while I was setting everything else up, this mana pool has only filled about halfway there. So it does take a little while to fill these when you're using normal mana spreaders and ender flames. But however, you can go around and do a lot of other stuff while this runs. Make sure to turn your magnet to blacklist coal and coal blocks. I started out using coal blocks, but I changed back into coal because the coal blocks were lasting for so long that some of them despawned here, and that is not a great way to use your coal. However, normal coal will get absorbed into these plants before they despawn. So that is running until these are full. When these are full, you're going to lose 1 coal for each of these over time. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So that's it. We've got Botania up and running, and now we can just make ourselves mana steel. We can make ourselves diamond. They're called pearls, I think, mana pearls. Yeah, they're just an ender pearl. If I remove this there, that's just an ender pearl into the mana pool, and you'll get a mana pearl. So that is it for Botania now. We will get back to Botania in about 2 episodes, because there's something we need to automate before we can go on with this, and that is some kind of Enderman Farm. And the reason that we want to do an Enderman Farm is because we need mana pearls, and to get mana pearls we need ender pearls. And as soon as we have ender pearls on farm, we will be able to do a lot of other cool stuff that we need, like we can upgrade all our connectors to the advanced ones, and yeah, ender pearls are just so useful for a lot of stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do in the next episode. I'm gonna look into industrial foregoing's version of Enderman farming, and then we'll do the last part of Botania. And when we have done that, we will go back to industrial foregoing again and get animals up, because by then we will have hubbers, and we'll be able to get weed for the to do the sheep, and we will get weed for the cows and all that. So we'll get back to these, and then we'll upgrade this room. So yeah, there's a lot of work ahead of us and a lot of episodes to record. So thank you very much for watching my little show here, and I will see you in the next one.